Welcome to BaseballGuys.com. I'm your host and around the horn, Ray Flowers. Justin Masterson twirled another beautiful outing last night, but unfortunately he lost 1-0 because he was up against Jake Peavy. Now Jake Peavy was fantastic last night. He looked just like the former Cy Young winner that he is, throwing his 5th career shutout in his 9th career complete game. Everything's great with Jake Peavy. Go pick him up immediately. Okay, maybe not. The issue with Peavy is one that you are all aware of. He had experimental shoulder surgery. No pitchers ever come back from this procedure before. To this point, things are looking obviously very good with Peavy, but don't forget that he had a setback that cost him the first month of the season. That again, history says this has never been something that's been attempted before or returned from. And third, 2008 was the last time that Peavy threw even 110 innings in a season. As good as he looked last night, there are still huge question marks about his ability to take the ball every 5 games and to remain effective while doing so. Be careful not to overvalue that start by Peavy last night, though it is obviously an excellent start to what will hopefully be a nice comeback season for him. Cardinals, well, we've been talking about the Cardinals a lot here at BaseballGuys.com, so let's talk about injuries and then the bullpen situation. First off, Colby Rasmus has missed 4 games with an issue. He pinch hit last night. He should return and be apparently the healthiest member of the Cardinals outfield. Matt Holiday injured his quad on Wednesday. He's not in the lineup on Thursday. Now, according to reports, he's available to pinch hit. So this doesn't look like a long-term issue, but obviously the Cardinals cannot lose the man who has been their #1 offensive weapon this year. And that's saying something when he's on a team with Lance Berkman, who has been so good in his own right, the 3rd member of the team's outfield. He injured his wrist on Wednesday night, and he is also not in the lineup on Thursday. Early tests, x-rays, that kind of thing, seem to indicate that there's not a major issue with Berkman, who was injured when he was trying to make a diving catch in the outfield. But this could keep him out of the lineup for a couple of days. It could conceivably slow down his mammoth production to start the season, and it is probably just another reason why you should be leery of expecting Berkman to continue to be this much of an offensive force all season long. He's been beat up physically the last couple of years. As he's getting into his mid-30s, you can't think that's going to turn around. Again, Holiday and Berkman shouldn't be out long-term, but keep an eye on both of their situations. We now go to the bullpen, and the situation there is Fernando Salas is the closer of the Cardinals, right? He's 4 for 4 in save chances. He's looked great of late. Everyone else, Boggs, Sanchez, Franklin, they've all failed. But Tony La Russa will not name Sanchez his closer despite the recent run of success and the struggles of others. La Russa came out today and said, look, some situations we might go Salas, some we might go Sanchez, some we might go Boggs. It really just depends. Tony La Russa proving once again that he is the master of the mix and match scenario. Now Salas had 19 saves last year at AAA. His whip is barely 1 this year. He's looked very strong. He's got a 3.2 strikeout to walk ratio. Everything looks like he is the guy to own. He would be my recommendation at this point. But not only have we seen it all season long, we now heard it from Tony La Russa. The Cardinals bullpen is still an unsettled situation. Adam LaRoche has been absolutely abysmal this year, his first season with the Nationals. He's hitting 177, and clearly this is not just one of the cold starts to a season that we're used to seeing from him. This has to be something driven by the injury to his shoulder. When is that shoulder going to return to full health? When is it going to allow him to do what he's used to doing at the plate? Those are open-ended questions that there's not really an answer at this point. Now, history has shown us that LaRoche has always been a better performer in the second half, a drastically better performer at that. His batting average has gone up 48 points in the second half of the season compared to the first, up to 295, and his OPS has gone up 123 points to 889 in the second half. There is no disputing, for whatever reason, that Adam LaRoche is a better performer in the second half. He has been so horrible to this point, he's barely usable in NL-only leagues, and I'm shocked to say that. I would still expect LaRoche to improve as the season goes along, not only because he should be able to get that shoulder back to closer to 100%, but also because of the track record of warming up as the season warms up. Though I will admit, I am very concerned about whether or not LaRoche will be a mixed league option. He has looked dreadful thus far. And then finally, 3 players to discuss, injured players coming back, hopefully soon to the big league clubs. Now, Joe Mauer is down. He's doing baseball-related activities. He did some running. Still no timetable for his return to action. He's obviously going to need some time in the minor leagues at, probably a handful of games at worst. At best. At worst, probably a couple of weeks down there. So I don't think we're going to see Mauer in the month of May. We're probably looking at a week or two into the month of June. But again, reports are positive that he's moving in the right direction. Don't know what that brain cramp was. It doesn't normally happen, but I'm just going to work through it like these injured players are. Nelson Cruz has got the issue with his leg. Now, he went 0 for 3 last night in a rehab appearance, but he's out there playing. He's going to get a chance to play the outfield today, barring a setback. He is hopeful of returning to the Rangers lineup on Friday, so look for that to occur. And even bigger news probably for the Rangers is Josh Hamilton's trying to return from the humerus, broken humerus bone. Played last night his first minor league game. All he did was go 2 for 4 and hit a home run. He's hopeful of returning on Monday for the Rangers. Obviously, adding 2 big bats, 2 30 home run guys that can drive in runs is a massive upgrade to the Rangers offense. Look for them to take off in short order if Cruz and Hamilton are back soon and they can return to their previous levels of production. I'm Ray Flowers, it's BaseballGuys.com. Thanks for joining me here on Around the Horn, and I'll talk to y'all again soon.